Alright, hey guys, monsterZERO here, and we are back playing some Project Cars. Just can't stay away from this son of a bitch. I figure... log in. Figure what I'll do is restart a championship, or, begin one from the ground level up again and actually finish it this time. I did a partial GT3 World Championship. I did the like the US Cup or whatever. Huh. I had a championship that I got all prepped, and it seems to be gone now. Did I accidentally screw it up? Oh, there it is. Yeah, GT4 Season 1. Alright, so we're going to load this guy up. Alright, so I went ahead and I started a career, and the first series I'm going to be doing is the GT4 European Championship. And it seems like the way it works is kind of like the GT3 Championship I did. You start at like a local level. There's an Asian Pacific GT4 Championship, UK, and a US. And then I guess out of the winner of these local series, you progress on to the European GT4 Championship. So I went ahead and I started, or at least I'm planning on starting, the GT4 US Trophy. Obviously, GT4 cars, not GT3. These cars, less aero, less aftermarket kind of modifications. They're a little bit more closer to stock. To me, they're a little more fun driving. They're a little more slidey. I kind of like slidey cars. So I think this will be a cool series to start. Now, I'll show you guys a quick tip. I don't know, it took me a while to figure out how to do this. It was really pissing me off. Like, I went, by default, it'll give you very long races. Like, you know, dozens of laps, tens of laps, and I didn't want that. So the first time I played my GT3 Championship, I went here. Well, you start on the calendar, and here's like a list of events. Let's go ahead and lower the goddamn music down, because this is getting ridiculous. Barely here. Yeah, we can just shut it off altogether. Music's really cool in this game, but kinda loud. Alright. So, yeah, once you select your series, you get team contract offers. I was offered a team contract by a BMW team and by a Mustang Boss 302 something or other team. I chose the Mustang. It's an American Cup. Why not go with an American car? I like Mustangs, you know, who doesn't? So I chose the Mustang team offer. And then the next screen you get is your career calendar. So it looks like it starts in February here, and you can see all these different events. There's a bunch of GT3, prototype races, open wheel races, but the 20th is circled because that's the first event we're eligible for. So if you look over here, it'll tell you what's going on. And this is not very intuitive. I hope they change this before they release the actual full version of the game, because this is kind of tricky to understand what the hell you're looking at. So there's like 4 different events going on this day. There's 3 different GT4 events, the Asia Pacific, UK, US, and then there's like a prototype race. And you can see on this day, for the GT4 races, only the practice sessions are being held. Whereas for the prototype race, practice, quali, race 1 and race 2 are being held. Alright? That's where I got a little confused, because I would click on the day and go to the event I want, right here, and I'm like, okay, drop the session length down. I want the session length to be 15 minutes. And then I would enter it, and then continue on to qualification and race, and they would be long as hell. And I didn't quite get why that session length slider didn't affect all of these. And the reason why is because I'm only looking at today's view here. And you can see if I scroll through the events, there's the practice for Asia Pacific GT4, the same for the UK, same for the US. And then if you look at this, for example, the prototype, there's the practice, qualifying, race 1, and race 2. So the day view will only show you what's happening on that one day. If you want to change the other modes, you got to go to the next day. So if you look at, let me exit back out. If you look at tomorrow, which I'm assuming is probably like a Sunday, doesn't give you a day, the day of the week. But the next day, here we go up here on the day view again. And now you can see for all those GT4 events, you have the second practice session, both qualification sessions, and the race. Yeah, I don't know why the second race is grayed out. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It still confuses me a little bit. But anyway, so if you go on that day, now you'll see all these other options available. You see for the Asia Pacific GT4 trophy, you got practice 2, qualifying 1, qualifying 2, sprint race. So that's where you change the settings for those. So if I go to the American Series, here we go. So practice 2, I don't need a lot of time, and we'll drop practice 2 down to 10 minutes. That's going to be I'll probably just skip over that one anyway. All right, qualifying 1, I set to 10 minutes. Qualifying 2, set to 10 minutes. Our sprint race is going to be 5 laps, and then the main race will be 10 laps. So that's where you change those settings. I'm only sharing this with you guys because I couldn't find it forever, and it took a lot of digging around on the WMD forums to find an answer to that. So with all that said, let's go ahead and start the first practice session. I probably won't record practice sessions from here on out, but since this is the first video I'm doing for the career mode, I'll go ahead and record this. Yeah, 10 minutes, the length, that's... You know what? Fuck it. Just for the first practice session, because I still got to learn the track and the car a little bit. I did some offline practice sessions with the Mustang, but it was at Laguna Seca, not at the Glen, so maybe a little longer just to learn the car and the track. So we'll go ahead and enter. Open my seltzer water here. All right, so we are in the pits. Let's go and check out our tuning and see if it's saved. It did. Steering ratio by default was at 13:1. I like it a little bit higher than that. I like some wiggle room. Narrow steering or small steering ratios, and I tend to spin out a lot. So fuel load 30 liters. Tire compound, we'll go to, I don't know, medium slicks. I don't want to switch to softs because it's only a practice session. I want to see what my car can actually do here. It saved my differential settings. All right, looks good. So we'll go ahead and save this. Go to pit box and go to, oh shit. It looks like it's raining. Yep. It's raining. That is interesting. Haven't driven in the rain yet in this game. Little nervous. Let's go back and put on some rain tires. This ought to be... Alright, GT4 rain. Let me just... show what else they got. Okay. Yeah, GT4 rain. Yeah, this ought to be interesting. Jesus, hopefully this weather clears up by the time the race or the qualifying session comes around. Wait, did it say... I changed my tires, but I didn't actually go back to the pits. I think I might need to go back to the pits. Maybe not, but let me double check it saved. Alright, so GT4 rain. Alright. Pit box, now let's drive. Oh man, this should be interesting. Driving in the rain. Oh, and also, how the hell do how do you think I turn my headlights on? Well, I guess we're just not going to drive with headlights, because I have no idea how to turn them on. Is it H? L? Nope. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we don't get penalized for driving without our headlights on. Gonna take it real easy since we're in the rain here. Holy shit! Yeah. This is gonna be tricky. Holy shit, man. Just turn the volume down here on my headset a little bit. There also seems to be a bug in the latest build. I don't know if you can tell by looking at my hood, but I have no skin on my car. It's just like a grid pattern. I cannot understand why my skin will not load. I tried everything I can think of, and it only seems to be happening this build, so I'm guessing it's just a bug with this build. But I'm driving around skinless. Alright, here we go. Fucking slippery in the rain, man. Let's take it nice and easy. Well, the atmospheric effects, the fog and everything look great. Oh, Jesus, we got, what is that, a Janetta, I'm assuming? Something right on my ass here. These guys are probably going to be so much faster in the rain than I am. Just let him go by. There we go. Follow him. What the hell is that in front of me? That looks like an Aston Martin. Is it? That sure as hell does look like an Aston Martin. That is an Aston Martin. I didn't know there were Aston Martins in the GT4 class. That's interesting. I know there's Janettas and BMWs. There's a Mustang behind me. Alright, a little more confidence since I'm driving behind someone. I can kind of see what they're doing. Alright, brakes on. Lighting effects in this game are just absolutely top-notch. Holy shit, you're going slow, huh? Oh, goddamn. It's practice, buddy. Alright, actually, these guys are going pretty slow. I'm assuming because it's raining. That makes me feel a little bit better. I thought they were going to be fucking flying. Yeah, it normally does, but they seem to be taking it easy, so that means I can sort of take it easy too here. Our brakes way early here. Yeah, the lighting, the wet weather lighting effects on the road look fucking superb. I wonder if there's some kind of weather forecast for the upcoming days. I didn't see it on the calendar, but that would be really cool if it gave you a forecast as to how the weather is going to be like for the upcoming sessions. Because this is the only session for today. Just our practice one session. All our other sessions are tomorrow, so hopefully this shitty weather clears up by then. Oh god, getting slidey. I know I already talked about this in the M3 video I did at the Nordschleife for Project Cars, but the force feedback has just gotten so much better than it used to be. So much better. The car is very controllable now. When the ass end comes around and you know you get that oversteer going, it's very easy to counter steer and sort of intuitively save it and correct. I'm going way wide here. Yeah, see what I mean? Like I just lost it there, and it's like instinctive. You know, you just give it a quick bit of counter steer and you can save it easy. That could not say that about Project Cars, you know, 6 or 7 months ago. It was just felt really wacky, but it feels very, very good now. Wait a second. I wish I knew how to turn my headlights on. Well, we're already 7th out of 20th. That's not too bad. I feel like I am lapping I feel like I'm lapping slow as dog shit, which I am, but apparently everyone else is too, so we're kind of on even footing here. Six, 5, 4, 3, brakes early. Second gear. I feel like I'm doing pretty good for being in the fucking pouring down rain. Going wide, don't spin, don't spin. I also love the cockpit camera in this game. I love how it tilts. It tilts just enough to really immerse you in the game. You know, some games try and do that, and they overdo it. Like, for example, this game's predecessor, Shift 2 Unleashed. Tried all this goofy shit with the cockpit camera, or the helmet cam, or whatever they called it. You know, it was leaning, shaking, doing all that stuff, and it was like a little too much. I couldn't get into it. But this is perfect. Way more immersive than, like, you know, your standard R-Factor or Assetto Corsa cameras. Like, really, really feel like you're in the car driving. With, you know, it has just the right amount of leaning, looking to apex. Plus, in you know, conjunction with Track IR, just super, super immersive. Alright, well, it looks like that's about a good a lap as I'm going to be able to bang out in the pouring down rain here. Well, it's actually not pouring down rain. It's not raining at all. But the track is wet as shit. Looks like it just got done raining before our practice session started. So, I'm going to go ahead and pit after, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pit on this lap. I'm losing time anyway. I'm not getting any faster. I'm going to go ahead and pit, and then, I'll cut the video and go on to tomorrow, our second practice session, and hopefully it'll be a little drier. You know, knowing my luck, it'll be actually fucking monsoon raining, but Oh, look at that. He's even got the Tudor billboard up there. That is so exciting, man, because they are starting to get all the cars. It would be so great when this game released if they had a full United Sports Car Championship series. And I'm going wide, and I am in the gravel. Actually, it's not gravel. It's like asphalt. Well, regardless, we're pitting here. And I dropped down to 8th position already. No big deal. I can't drive in the rain. I am not going to lie and say I can. Alright, yeah, that's what I got for right now. I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, skip to tomorrow, and start to... Oh my god, look at the pit crew. Is that fucking gorgeous or what? Of course, my frame rate dropped to like 3 frames per second, but that... I feel like this is new. This was not in here a couple builds ago. This is just incredible. You want to talk about immersion, man. Look at the pit crew. That is fucking amazing. Well done. If you could just get the frame rates up a little bit. That's probably my rig. I shouldn't be complaining. I'm using a very old graphics card. But wow, this is fucking awesome, man. This really is cool. So let's get out. Close. Pause here. Turn to pits. And, yeah, sounds good, man. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and kill this video, and I will see you in the next one. I'll probably skip the next practice session, but I'll probably start the next video up during qualifying, or maybe even at the beginning of the race. We'll see. Hopefully the weather clears up. If not, this should be an interesting race weekend. So that's what I got, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in a little bit.